Hey, Oscar.
Hey.
We're back.
Yes.
Sitting at the table at the roastery drinking coffee. Actually, I'm going to serve you a cup of coffee. It's
Nice.
this month's subscription coffee that we sent out to all these people in, as I keep telling everybody, 65 countries around the world.
Yeah. Last week was quite hectic.
Very hectic.
The subscriptions are growing at a rapid pace, which is amazing.
And both the competition subscription, but also the specialty coffee subscription is really taking off.
Yeah. And it's something that we work with every day to grow. We spoke about it this morning and you said, but we do subscriptions.
Yeah.
Like it's not competition or specialty. We want everyone to join in and be part of this journey. And to now have this amazing lineup of specialty coffees and the coffees that we have lined up for the competition subscription that also kind of evolves into our competition lineup of coffees for wholesale clients and consumers out there is it's great.
No, it really is fantastic. So Diego Barahona from El Salvador. This is a double carbonic maceration washed geisha, and it really is a super clean and delicate, but also complex, a really nice cup of coffee.
I talk a lot about acidity, and this kind of acidity, it's so crystal clear. And in the what we wrote about this coffee, we talked about like checking boxes, going back to the competition protocol, and said that this coffee really ticks so many boxes. It's a geisha. It has the acidity and all the levels of complexity in flavors, but also kind of really tastes like a geisha for me.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But speaking of competition, I would like you to talk a little bit about slight redesign of the boxes.
Yeah. As a box nerd, we had some not issues, but some challenges with the box, because when we designed this box, we had Instagram in mind. Like, you're supposed to hold it like this, take a photo from above, put it on a table with your new iPhone and your new tote bag, and your likes will skyrocket, I promise you. But still, we need all the information there, and it's not an issue. But I see a lot of people taking photos of the box with the backside kind of thing, and also wholesale clients that tap in on this and sell it at their coffee shops. They showcase the backside, and we had some discussions about this. And one thing that of course is an issue is if you hold the box closed, you don't really see what coffee inside, so you need to turn it around. And then a genius person, your wife, came up with this simple idea of just adding this. In Swedish, called it flärp. I don't know what it is like.
Me neither.
In English, but it makes all the difference, and I'm so incredibly happy that we decided to go this way. So you also have a way of opening the box in a super nice way, but when it's closed, you see like this is the El Salvador Diego Barahona, a washed geisha. Just simple, plain information. On the subscription, we also added the roast date on the backside of this little fella. And it really links up and kind of makes this box takes it to the next level.
And in terms of like good design, it again checks all the boxes, because it's not only pretty, but it's also functional.
Yeah.
And not only functional in that it's informative, but it actually helps you open the box in an easier way than before. So it's
such a small tweak.
Yeah.
But it opens everything so nicely. And another thing that we talked about is on what direction do people actually open the box. And for me, it's always been like this, but when I ask around, there's a lot of people opening like that. And with this add-on, on the new boxes that's coming out.
Then there's no
We're gonna
question.
put it on the right side, and
Yeah.
then there's no question. You
Yeah.
open the box from the side that the little flap is on.
Yeah. No, and it's an interesting way for you as the designer to
Yeah.
control
Yeah.
how people interact with your designed experience. But speaking of designed experiences, and you touched upon the tote bag.
Yes, so we're slowly moving in to bring in some merch to Standout. So we have a new recycled cotton bag, which looks absolutely stunning, I think, with our Standout Coffee logo on it. It's in white to not like push through all too much. It's just a really nice add-on to our ever-growing collection.
Yeah.
And we do have some more stuff coming in, but this is probably going up online this week. And I don't know if you're going to do something like all orders over 200 euros get a tote bag or something like that. But to start, it's going to be online. Please pick it up.
It's super nice.
Our ambassadors all around the world. There's something special with like when stuff that you have in your company, when everything grows, you get more. Like the bag came in, the box started it all, and now like the tote bag. I don't know where we'll end up, but it's so nice to kind of see everything linked together with the fabrics and
but
the feel of everything.
You spoke about Instagrammable. Yes. This is like the perfect Instagram photo from above. Yeah.
And also with the bags, you can kind of play around with the cards, put them out, do stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I was about to mention London.
Yes,
because we had a nice interaction with the bags there.
We had a nice interaction with bags, but we also got fantastic feedback on our coffees. So 10 days ago, we went to London. We spent 2 days there. We met people at Formative. We met people at Proofrock and Lyft, and I'm forgetting.
Roslyn.
Roslyn was amazing, and of course we also went to Watch House with Paul, and had a wonderful time. We did a open cupping at Formative Coffee, which was wonderful. It was so nice. We had focus during the cupping on the competition coffees, but we also left behind some specialty coffees, and we got great feedback on all our coffees, and it was super exciting. Also really nice just to get out there, travel with you, see other coffee companies, coffee shops. How do people interact with bags of coffee? You know, it was interesting to see the menus at coffee shops in London develop compared to in other places and so on. For me, it was super interesting.
Yeah. And I had the interaction with a customer there because they picked up our bag and they were like, "Oh, this is really nice." And then they were like, "Oh my God, is this not a sticker?" I kind of got this aha moment of the bag, and you can't do that much with a coffee bag. It's still a coffee bag, but we done a lot of stuff with simple things like the see-through sides where you can actually discuss the variety by not opening the bag. Just have a look at in this case the new Catura from El Vergel, and with the cards and everything. I think it's a nice add-on to the box.
I see a lot of people at coffee bars in Hong Kong, for example, where if they serve this as a filter, they will give the customer the card on the side as sort of like the information card also, which is a great bonus. Usually we do send extra cards when we ship out the wholesale orders for that purpose.
We have a new sticker coming in to complement the backside of the bag. It's going to be nice. And we have some new coffees, right?
Yes.
Do you want to walk us through?
And I was going to sort of full circle back to the subscriptions because we've been speaking a lot about the competition coffee subscription, but now we can really notice a substantial growth in the specialty coffee subscription also, where you can get, and you correct me because you know better, you can get 2 bags, 3 bags, 4 bags You can get them every other week, 3, 4, 6 weeks, whatever. A lot of choices there. But right now we have 5 different coffees, and some of them are not even on the website.
No.
They are among the coffees that we're shipping out. And I mean, we also have such an interesting range where this peaberry washed peaberry from Colombia has been one of my favorites for a couple of months now. But you mentioned the new Colombian coffee, a washed yellow and red caturra by the Baiter brothers at El Vergel in Colombia. Sort of a quick whole cherry anaerobic or aerobic, I should say, fermentation, and then washed process. They call it like a modern twist on traditional washed process. This is now my like everyday go-to coffee.
Yeah.
But unusually exciting is still for me the Ilobador variety, a natural process from Gesha village in Ethiopia. And of course, the natural processed geisha from La Estrella in Colombia. A lot of Colombian coffees, as always, but really substantial lineup. I've been enjoying the washed Kenya by
Talking about
Ephraim
ticking
Karangi.
boxes.
Yeah,
like this is a Kenya that tastes like super nice washed Kenya.
Super nice washed Kenya. And this is actually one of the coffees that we got the best feedback from in London.
Yes.
The washed Kenyan was very popular.
But there's so many experimental stuff going on now, so I don't really know if the customer really knows what to expect.
Right.
But when they're drinking like a washed Kenya, they have a 10-year knowledge about how a washed Kenyan coffee should taste like, kind of. And it's cool to see the reactions when they're like, wow, this is really the taste notes that I've been reading about.
Right.
But if you look into experimental stuff like the Ilobador, it's you probably know that it's going to be a nice experience, but the flavors are maybe new to you.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of great stuff going on. It's nice to sit down because last week was really nice. We had so much to do. Sadly, Matilda is going to Canada now. For like half a year. So see if we can manage the company without her. Otherwise, we need to bring someone in. And we had a good weekend. A lot of orders that we're gonna start producing now. Ship out, roast. So I think it's time to turn on the roaster.
It's time to turn on the roaster. Okay, well, one more cup of coffee and away we go.
Yes. See you online.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.